Hey, what
Hello,
is up, everybody?
hello.
Welcome to another Married with Media live
On a
on a
Monday night,
on a Monday night. We are here live and in
we
color.
we are here live.
And this is like your what, fourth or fifth live stream in a week or
Oh
something?
my
Jeez,
gosh, working
Louise.
working me to death. No,
My
I'm just joking.
goodness, you were blowing up over the weekend, I feel like.
Yeah, it just worked out that way.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun going solo. Not gonna lie, didn't have you interrupting me or telling me
I
what
was
to
gonna say it must have been
do.
the dream, having to
Kind of
kind of doing
was.
things without me. You could have done tonight's live solo as well if
Well,
you wanted to.
we I might have to.
Yeah, if our daughter gets upset,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go up there
Yep.
and I'll leave you down here by yourself.
Yep.
How do you like that?
That works. So tonight is going to be a little different. We're actually probably not going to talk about multiple news topics tonight.
Yeah,
We're kind of more focused on one big thing.
yeah,
And if you saw our thumbnail, it's, AMC trying to just completely ruin the theater experience even more than it already is.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
So,
also we also have some ranting of our own to do about the theater experience in general.
yes.
Like, to be
Yes.
honest, I know you brought it up when we were on our way home from not seeing Knock at the Cabin today.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, let's just go live tonight and talk about how we're done with the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw
And
this story
well,
about
hold
AMC.
on,
Go
back
ahead.
up.
Go ahead.
What did you say when I said that?
I look at first. Look, I feel like I'm negative all the time. I was like, no, let's not do that. Let's not be negative. Let's not be negative and talk about
Mm-hmm.
the death of the theaters and how we hate the theaters and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then I looked online and seen everybody was talking about with AMC, and I'm like, well, let's join in the fun and
And then he was like, "Okay, let's do what you said." So I'm like,
let's
"Oh,
do it.
okay." Ken's really bad about shooting down my ideas.
Yeah, I'm a
So
horrible person. What do you want me to say?
in the chat, let him know that he needs to listen to what I have to say
And also, I'm
sometimes.
trying to wake up right now
He
because
literally fell asleep.
I laid down with our daughter because she's not feeling the best. So
Surprise, surprise.
I was trying to,
Rub her back
rub her
and
back and stuff, and she fell asleep, and so did I. And I would just woke up like 15 minutes ago, and you're like, "Are you still wanting to go live tonight?" And I was like, "I guess if she's asleep for now, I guess we can."
yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, let's get in the chat for a minute. We have 40 people in the chat right now, so make sure you like the video.
yeah, and let us know if you can, hear us okay. Hopefully,
Yeah,
they can hear
hopefully
us
so.
fine.
We have a silent attacker in the chat. Hey, Michelle and Ken, did you hear Last of Us episode 6 is going to be airing on Friday instead of Sunday because of the Super Bowl? Isn't it episode 5?
When's the Super Bowl? Is the Super Bowl next Sunday or the Sunday
I
after?
thought it was this Sunday.
It would have to be, right? I thought the Super Bowl was always the first Sunday of February.
Because they just did
Are they
4.
a little bit behind, I guess?
I thought it was the 5th one that was showing early, but
Yeah.
we still have to watch episode 4.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I wanted to tell you guys, make sure to keep an eye open for my YouTube channel tonight because I get to start playing Hogwarts. Is that right? Harry Potter, right?
Nice.
Like to see you at 12 a.m. midnight tonight on my PlayStation. Well, I hate to tell you, but I will not be awake at midnight.
I will be. If you're on
um,
YouTube, I'll see if I can pop in.
we got Adrian. Hey, Kenny Levels and Michelle. How's it going? We
What's
got
up, Adrian?
Maria. Evening, Michelle and Ken. How's it going?
What's up, Maria?
Maria says that Last of Us is really good.
Yeah,
We got
I agree.
Tony. Good evening. You got
Tony.
myself. We got Movie Hunter. Evening, everyone. Smash that like button. That's right. Got Tony doing a thumbs up. Ken says, no more talking about Best Buy. LOL.
I
Yes,
can't help it if it pops up, on the news.
it's funny because that was one of my arguments for talking about the theater. He was like, no, I don't want to keep talking about the theater and how it's dying. And I'm like, you literally get on there and talk about Best Buy like every other day, right? So
It's not every other day, okay? But you know what?
uh-huh.
They did something stupid over the weekend, and it was worth mentioning.
Lance says, just at home listening to James Brown music and watching Friends. Make it funky. And I got you. I feel good and get on the good foot and Papa Don't Take No Mess are my favorite songs by James Brown. That is a lot of song titles
Papa Don't
there.
Take No Mess. It's a classic.
We
And he
got
doesn't.
Geriatric Geek.
He
Hello,
doesn't.
Ken and Michelle. Hope you had a great Monday
What's
other
up,
than the
Geriatric Geek?
theater experience. Yes. We will be talking about that here in just a minute. We got One Real Nerd. Hello. We got Steve. Greetings, you two lovebirds.
What's up, Steve?
How's it going? We got Huck. Hey, lovebirds. How's it going, Huck? We got Tony.
I like how everybody acts like we're lovebirds.
I know, we're so in love.
We've been together for 20 years
Mhm.
this year, and it's been a struggle to say the least.
Oh, wow.
I'm just joking. On your end, I know it has been.
Oh,
On mine, it's
whatever.
been sunshine and rainbows.
Whatever.
15 years of marriage this May. Did you realize that? 15 years.
Yep, and together for 20. Damn.
Damn. What is going on?
We got Tony's Movies and More. Hey, Ken and Michelle, how's it going?
We're too young to have 15 years of marriage under our belt.
Are we? Got people.
I guess not.
We got Daniel saying hello, everyone.
Hello, Daniel.
Saying hi to each other. Love to see it. We got Bobby. There has to be more than one theater in your area. There is.
Yeah,
Not many more.
We'll talk about all the struggles here in a second.
We got Johnny Darko. Hey, y'all. Hunter says, I work at a movie theater in Michigan, and we only have 7 minutes of previews. Nice.
That's good.
That's another thing we can talk about, too. Lance says, I saw in the title of the video that it said, are we done? And it made me think of, are we done yet? Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Johnny says, yeah, get your shit together, Kenny.
I'm trying.
My local theater is CMX, says Maria. I don't know what that is. Is that just like the name of it?
I don't know if I know CMX.
Yeah. I stopped going to the theater years ago. I got my first projector and my big screen, 150 inch, which you have seen, and I ended up building 2 theater rooms in my house. That is amazing.
Nice.
Very jealous. Adrian saying, hey everyone. Okay, we can hear. They're good.
Thank you, Tony.
I love Knock at the Cabin. Nice. Just rub it in. People saying hi. Emmett says, will you two be smooching on Valentine's Day?
If he's lucky. I doubt it.
Huck says, my wife and I just binged all 3 episodes of The Last of Us. It is so good.
What about the 4th episode, Huck? Did you miss that one?
I mean, 3's a lot, babe. 3's a lot.
3 is a lot.
Lance says, I'm so excited. My birthday is next Wednesday. I'm going to be 20. Nice. Happy early birthday.
Oh, a youngin'.
We got Gus in the chat. Hi, Shell and Ken. How's it going, Gus? Hi, chatty people, like he always says. We got Cody in the chat. What's up, everyone? Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button.
What's up, Gus?
I saw that Cody's Megan review has hit over 1,000 views.
Damn.
It did better than ours.
Did it?
Yeah.
Damn, good go, Cody.
I know, right?
I did not see that.
It pays off to be a supporter in the community, you know?
There you go.
Lots of shares and obviously, you know, good quality video. Let's see. Hunter says, just finished watching your latest physical media report. Enjoy them as always.
I put my heart and soul into that video.
He said today was a rough one.
Yeah, it's like when I got done with it, I was so tired.
Well, you were tired today anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was probably extra hard.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Is it?
Let's see. Saying hi. Bobby says there used to be 16 games in an NFL season. Now there's 17 games with an additional playoff spot. So it's pushed up another week for the Super Bowl.
Okay. Why'd they change it? After years of tradition, why would they just change it like that?
We got Hector saying happy birthday, Lance.
Somebody say lapky wapky.
Yeah. Gus did. Let's see here. Cody says listening to James Brown and watching Friends sounds like a good time to me.
Damn.
Johnny says Last of Us episode 3 totally turned me off. They cut the big action scene down to 55 seconds in order to focus on LGBTQ. That's so hard for me to say for some reason. Agenda for 45 minutes. Joel and Ellie were supposed to meet Bill at the house. Yeah, you know, it didn't bother me because, you know, we've talked.
And we're usually susceptible to that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like if we feel like it's, you know, just blatantly, you know, pandering to like whatever current agenda is going on. Like we notice that.
Yeah.
But with that particular episode, I did not
Yeah, me
have that
either.
problem. I got into the story and I really enjoyed it. So
Right. And I mean, I think it might have to
it
do
did
with the
not feel
fact.
force fed.
You gonna let me talk now?
Sorry.
I think that it probably has to do with, the fact that we haven't played the game. And also, like you had two really good actors
Yeah.
playing Bill and Frank. And so I don't know. For me, it was fine. But yeah, like you said, normally that kind of stuff gets on my nerves. um, like if it feels like it's just doesn't fit and
Yeah.
it's just not, it doesn't feel like it belongs. But anyway, it worked for me.
Like when Disney tries to do it or something, just out of nowhere, let's shove
Let's
something,
have like a
two
princess
guys
be,
kissing in a
yeah,
movie just randomly out of nowhere. It's like that doesn't work.
right. We got Down Movies. What's up? What's up? Hunter says, Ken, are you planning on picking up Fablemans? And have you and your wife seen the movie? We have not.
I was debating on it. It's $30 on 4K. I'm trying to be a little bit more smart and selective about what I'm picking up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the Fablemans. Are we gonna watch that? Do you want to see it?
I do want to see it, but like, how long do you think it'll take for the price to drop?
I feel like that's the thing. Like I feel like on Groove that'll be like $15 in a month or something. So it's
Oh,
like if
okay.
we
Well, I
really
can
want to
wait
see
for
it, like
that.
maybe I'll Redbox it or something. But
Red
I just
box
don't feel
it.
like I need to pick it
Does
up right away.
anybody do that anymore? Let us
I
know
mean,
in
that's
the
still
comments.
standing outside the Kroger.
We got Fish in the chat. Fish the film collector.
What's up, Fish?
Hey, Michelle and Ken Ken. Hello, everyone in chat. I love how Ken Ken is a thing.
Ken is a thing.
We got Silico?
Silico 88.
Silico. Hi, everyone.
What is up?
How's it going? Kenny and Michelle equals love doves. It's
Does
funny.
it? Do we?
Oh, ew. No, I'm joking. Saw Knock at the Cabin. Very interesting. Was good.
Maria's rubbing it in too.
We got Chandler. Hey, Ken and Michelle. How are you guys doing tonight?
What's up, Chandler?
We're doing all right. With previews and ads, movies usually start almost a half hour later than the listed showtime at my AMC. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, we don't go to an AMC very often, so it's like this wouldn't affect us. Maybe after today it would affect us because we're probably not going to the theater we usually go to ever again if I have anything to do with it.
Okay, I'm almost caught up with the chat, so let me finish this and then we'll get into our topic. Okay, Tony says it is aggravating. Okay, he's talking to Dell. I hate the 2 hours of trailers.
Yeah, I mean, it literally the one theater I went to one day made me miss the last 10 minutes of Ford v Ferrari because there was 30 minutes of previews and I only had a specific amount of time to get back and pick the kids up from school, and I had to leave.
Tony says, I am one who gets to the theater about 45 minutes early also. Yes, agreed. Like Ken is definitely not. If it weren't for me, he'd get there at the last minute, probably while previews are going.
The previews, yeah. Wow.
Me, I like to get everywhere early. The only thing Ken gets to on time is work. That's it.
Yeah, I'm about 40 minutes early to work.
Anything else, forget about it. If there's something we've been invited to, like he is always holding me back. I like to get to things early.
I hold you back in life.
And yeah, I just like to be like in my chair, comfortable, ready to go, maybe look at my phone for a little bit before it starts. Like that's how I like to be. So
yeah.
I also have anxiety though. So there you go. That's just part of being an anxious person, Now I'm
not one of those people that's gonna walk in like when the movie's starting or something like that. Like I've never done that. Maybe once or twice, but
Broovies with Matt. I'm 15 minutes late. Don't worry. I already went to Pound Town on that like button. That's funny.
Like hit that roundhouse, kick that like button. Titty F that like button. That's my favorite.
Right. There's a lot of I don't know. I really like this Pound Town.
The dudes at Dead Pet say they go titty F that like button. Oh my gosh. That's a good one.
Did you watch the Grammys or hear about it? I did not watch it. I heard about it.
I heard some people that won.
Ken, what's the most you spent on physical media in 1 month? Says Jeffrey. or Joffrey.
Well, you have to go back and watch all the videos that we've done together, all the audits to find out. Because it's definitely one of those. And didn't I spend like 1,000 or did I spend 800 or something?
I can't remember.
I think it was October 2022 was the most. The one thing I was going to say about the Grammys is I have been seeing a bunch of stuff about Ben Affleck looking like real sad and stuff.
Oh yeah, he always does
at the Grammys with Jennifer Lopez, and that's it's probably not funny or it shouldn't be funny, but it has been funny.
Yeah, he's always
because I know he struggles with some
mental health
issues and stuff like that. He always
I mean also he's struggled with like addiction in the past and stuff too. But I mean like him and J-Lo just reunited and now they're married and you'd think, but people still
everybody's making fun of him because they have this clip of J-Lo like basically looks like she's telling him to sit up straight or something, like he's so slouched over and he just like he sits up straighter. And then he kind of
I just don't think he likes to be around people, which is
I'm like that's being in a relationship to me, like that's par for the course.
What, looking miserable?
No, not looking miserable, but being told to, being bickered at by your significant other.
But that's not the only like image that's been shown. Like in every image, he's like people are like, having a good time, and you see him over there like, is it time to go yet?
Well, he doesn't like all the new music nowadays. Come
on. Okay, Cody said, I enjoyed The Fabelmans, but it's more about family than filmmaking, if that makes any difference to anyone.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Gotcha. Huck says, haha, did Michelle just say ew when Ken hugged her? Poor Ken.
That's my life, Huck.
It was a joke. It was a joke. In the words of Regina George, Ken is my thing.
Yeah. Who's Regina? That's Mean Girls, right?
Yes. Yeah. Come on. Why am I missing where it was?
I don't know. You got to go down a little bit more. Go down.
How did
I don't know. You scrolled up.
I know. Like how? Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Silent Tucker says, I'm sorry I made a mistake. It's episode 5 of The Last of Us that will be airing on Friday. I will be sending you a screenshot on Instagram, and I meant to say it's Hogwarts Legacy. Yes, that's right.
I kind of want to play that game. It looks pretty cool.
Johnny says, ask Pizzo to tell you about his movie theater experiences. People spitting dip in the floor and stuff. He said you could smell it 10 feet away. Wow.
He's talking about Pizzo. Yeah, well, we're in the same state, so yeah. I've never dealt with people spitting dip, but I've been into some pretty disgusting theaters before.
Tony says, I hate it when people come in after the movie has started using their phones as flashlights trying to find a seat. Oh yeah. Or they like have to like kind of climb over you, or not climb over you anymore, but there's usually plenty of room, but like they got to walk in front of you. And as an A-lister, I couldn't care less. Is
it not going to affect the people that have the A-list, I guess? Is that what you're saying?
I get to a movie theater at least a half hour early. Yep. I'm someone who gets put in a bad mood if I miss the trailers. Although I've been that way since I was a kid. Yeah, I got to see the trailers as well.
That's old school.
Viola Davis won a Grammy for a spoken word album, making her one of the few EGOT winners. Yeah, we were talking about that today. I'm like, what does that mean? What's an EGOT mean?
Yeah. I just know it's an award.
It's is that Liam?
I think so.
Yeah, I just know it's a big deal. Lots of people are talking about it. Ken, are you buying anything this Friday on the Vinegar Syndrome porn sale?
Vinegar Syndrome is having a big porn sale this weekend on their adult films.
Are you kidding me? Okay, well, thank you for the heads up, Gus, because if I see an order placed on Friday or anytime after,
I'm not buying anything.
I'll be looking out for it.
Maybe we can stream together and pick out some titles together.
No.
I can bring you on it.
Let's just go ahead and get into some theater talk here. I feel like I'm never gonna get
explain what we were going to do today.
Okay, so this for us. This is
paint a picture.
Yeah, this is what transpired today. So lately we have been trying to go see new movies the Monday after. Because Ken works all weekend, so we can't do it like basically when they come out. So we usually try to go the Monday after it's out. And so, I look up the times the night before. I even double check the day of. And so we're like, okay, there's an 11:10. We're gonna go see Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
Right? Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking.
And there's
what,
only a specific time frame we can see movies during the
right.
day.
We have to get it done before it's time to go pick up the kids.
Yeah.
And so like our son is in middle school, so he gets out earlier, and then our daughter's in elementary, and so she gets out later. So anyway, it is very like short window.
Our only other option, at this point, would be seeing movies separately.
And that's not happening. Yeah,
I
don't want to see them
that
bad. And then of course, obviously we could get a babysitter, but like that just doesn't always work out. So, anyway, so we we get to the theater, which is what, a 25 minute drive?
Yeah, I'd say it's more leaning towards 25 to 30.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like 25 to 30 minutes. Probably 25, I feel like.
Depending on how fast you drive.
Yeah. And we get up there, we get up to the front. And we're like, okay, I'm really dragging this out.
Well, we do have 80 people right in here right now watching, so hit the like button.
Like we're talking about our horrible theater experience today. So I'm like, yeah, can we get to Knock at the Cabin at 11:10? And he's like looking, and he's like, oh yeah, we're not showing that movie today. And I'm like, what
a movie that just came out.
And I'm like,
over the weekend. It's a new movie. Wasn't it number 1 at the box office?
I mean, I know it passed up Avatar.
Yeah, it was number 1 at the box office.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? And he was like, yeah, that theater is closed down for maintenance right now. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so you don't have any other showings for it? Like, is it just that one theater room? Like, can you put it in a different room? Like, and he's like, no, we don't have anything until 2:20 today.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
can you put it on one of the 5 screens that Avatar is showing on?
And apparently he said that it happened yesterday. So they knew about it yesterday, but yet when I looked at the times again to confirm this morning, it still showed an 11:10. And so, we made, this is again, first world problems. Okay.
Yeah. So we realize that this is low on the totem pole of problems in the earth that people are.
Yeah. And so, he said, 2:20, we should be able to be showing it again. But at that point, it's too late. Like we can't wait that long.
Also keep in mind that this is the only theater
that has early
show times. Every other theater in our area
doesn't start until like 4:30 p.m.
I think we could drive an hour to Indiana to get a theater that shows stuff before noon, but most of the theaters don't start showing stuff till about 1 or 2 o'clock, except for this one.
If not later.
Yeah.
If not later. And so anyway, the guy was just like, sorry about that, which, he was fine. Like he wasn't, we've definitely dealt with some ruder employees at this theater. So we're like, alrighty then. And so we're walking out, and I mean, Ken was pretty mad, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I was.
Well, Mondays are always like busy for me anyways. So I'm trying to do the physical media report. So I got everything like close to ready as I could last night, and got everything ready so we could carve out time to go see it today.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, oh, poor pity, poor, what's the word? Poor pity party, whatever. So anyway, we didn't get to see Knock at the Cabin. And at this point, we're like over it and don't even want to attempt to go see movies anymore. Because it's like this wasn't the first time that we've had a bad experience, especially at this theater. And like I know theaters have been struggling for a while and whatnot, or everywhere is, it's hard to find workers and, this and that and whatever. But so let's just talk about some other experiences that we've had at this theater. So I think before this one, I feel like we've kind of been going like pretty frequently lately.
No issues with Megan, other than it was like super loud, like they had like super Atmos or something.
So yeah, with Megan, when we got in there, you could tell that the sound was not right. I mean, it was blasting. Like, I mean, like we know what an IMAX theater is like, and this was like it was not right. And so we kind of waited to see if it would like toned down a little bit, and it did once the movie started.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just really bad, like for previews and stuff. So anyway, we never said anything. And then before that,
Oh my goodness.
there's been it's hard for me to remember like when was what, but like I know there's always usually some kind of technical difficulty. It's either too loud, not loud enough. The previews don't start
I'm pretty sure when
playing.
we saw Thor: Love and Thunder,
The sound was not. It was like a section, like a side of the speakers were not working. Like
yeah,
you could
the
just
Atmos
tell.
wasn't working. Like there were certain parts of the theater that there was no sound. It almost felt like at one point we were just listening to it out of the front speakers on the screen,
Right.
and that was it.
Yeah. And I mean, for, like Thor: Love and Thunder was not great, but I mean,
Could have been better with Atmos.
I mean, it's a Marvel superhero movie. Like that's a movie that you want the sound on. And
that
so
killer Guns N' Roses soundtrack. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's usually some kind of like sound issue or like I said, previews won't start. It'll just be like a black screen and you look at your phone and you're like, okay, the movie should have started by now. So then you have to like go tell someone that nothing started. And like I know you
And
did
then
it.
they'll look at you like you're stupid. Well,
Right.
it should have started by now. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, well, it's not. Like I'm
Right.
sitting there, nothing's on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've learned because of all these crappy things that continue to happen that like there probably is something wrong and you need to just go ahead and say something or you're going to be waiting a while. Because if you've ever seen our Jurassic World Dominion
Yeah.
review, we talked about that horrible experience, same theater. I mean, it was awful. We went as a family, so 4 tickets, right?
Yeah.
And I think the previews didn't start, right? The previews didn't start. And this is again, like it
was 30 minutes late starting.
It was 30 minutes late starting. They were having trouble with the film. Something was wrong with the film. And then when it started, when they finally did get it to start, there was no sound. And then once there was sound, they wouldn't restart the movie again. So we had watched like a good at least 5 minutes of the movie without sound. And then when the sound did come on, they weren't going to restart it for us so that we could hear what we missed.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, whatever. Like it is what it is. And then at the end, when we've got like 5 or 10 minutes left, the screen, what happens?
The screen shifted into like the commercials and stuff, but the sound to the movie was still going. But on the screen, it was the commercials, like the before, stuff, like the Maria Menounos and all that stuff.
I thought that the movie was still playing, but like it was commercial sound.
Could have been.
Yeah,
could have.
I feel like it was still showing the
movie.
But
I thought we couldn't see it.
As you can tell, I mean, it was just all messed up. And so anyway, that whole theater was so pissed off.
Yeah,
and
we all got refunds for that.
Yeah, we all went out there, there's like this young manager and he was very like frazzled and like irritated that we were upset about this. And I mean, I get that he was probably really stressed out and he may be really overworked and all of that kind of stuff. We don't know what he has to deal with, but so yeah, they did give us ticket. They didn't give us a refund. They gave us tickets to come back again to their shitty theater.
Yeah. Which we did multiple times.
So we did get that, but I don't know. And then, if it's not something technical, of course, you always run into rude other moviegoers.
Yeah.
Which that can happen anywhere and everywhere. And that's just a part of getting out and being
luckily
around
when we
humans.
saw Violent Night, there was 2 women that were sitting like a couple rows up from us that were talking so incredibly loud all through the previews. Mm-hmm. But as soon as the movie started, they shut up. So I got to give them credit for that.
They did, but not immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. They it's showing the movie and there's like credits going up showing who's in it and stuff, and they're still kind of talking, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to say something, aren't I? And then finally they shut up. So
yeah, I
mean, you know how it goes. There's just rude people out there that don't care about making your experience good. But
So yeah, after all those horrible experiences, I 100%
Yeah.
never want to go back to that theater
Right.
again, and I hope that they shut down.
Well, also,
And I'm going to leave a very nasty review, and I never do this, but I'm just going to do it.
I'm going
Um,
to hold you to it because I feel
and
like you're going to forget about this.
I'm not for the death of the movie theater. I think that it is important, especially for the big budget like movies,
Yeah.
because they need that theatrical revenue
Mm-hmm.
to succeed. So I'm not calling for the death of the theaters,
Mm-hmm.
but I am calling for the death of that theater. I
Mm-hmm.
want it to shut down.
Well,
And yeah, I don't know. What were you gonna say?
well, I was going to say also, this is just like another minor inconvenience, but the not all of our theaters around here have the reclining seating. And so this
Yeah.
is one that does have the reclining seating, but it is like peeling. The leather is peeling. And
Yeah,
so
they never redid the leather since they opened, pretty much.
and it's like I don't even know, like it's not even that old of a theater, but just a lot
I'd
of
say it's around 10 years old now.
yeah, just
Probably.
lots of wear and tear. But yeah, so like, obviously you pick a seat and like before you even get in there. And so um sometimes your seat will be like one of the really bad pilly ones.
Yeah.
And so, if the theater doesn't fill up, then we go ahead and sit somewhere else if we can. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's just kind of like another one of those annoying things. So yeah, we're gonna have to, if we do continue to go to the theater to see those like really big movies that we just really want to see, we're definitely gonna have to go to a different one. But the only thing is the other. So our other option is it an AMC?
Whichever
Stony
one you're
Brook?
talking about. Yeah.
Okay. So that can lead us into the AMC thing. But so the other one that we could go to is, of course, an AMC, which that's going to be our other topic for tonight.
Which we have some Cinemarks, but it's just like they're so far away.
Oh, yeah. It's like 40 minutes.
The Cinemark's like 40 minutes. Like all of our theaters are just so far away. And this has been like.
You're reminding me of the Stain song. So far away.
This has been a big negative for me in the theaters ever since our theater that was right down the road closed down.
Yeah.
And it was like, 2 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it wasn't like the best theater in the world, but it was pretty affordably priced and the concessions were pretty cheap.
Yep.
And it was a nice theater. Like I didn't have too many issues at all with that theater.
And it's just really convenient. Like it was convenient for us as a family.
Yeah, and I used to go see movies there all the time.
Like sometimes, like me and the kids would meet Ken there when he got off work.
Yeah, and we
like,
all
hey,
see
we'll
a
meet
movie.
you at like if it was a family movie, like, hey, meet us at the theater.
Yeah, and it's just not worth it to me anymore. It's like I will just watch this crap at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's just not worth it. It's like, yeah, we have a channel where we're trying to talk about new movies and we're trying to stay current, but it's just not worth it. It's like we'll watch some stuff on streaming.
Yeah.
Maybe we could go back and watch some older movies that we've never seen and do reviews on those, but it's just like it's not worth it to me to remain current in the world of film and movies nowadays, especially if most of them are going to be at the theaters. They're going to continue to do that.
Yeah.
Which I don't think. I think that most movies nowadays should be streaming.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a big budget movie like Avatar or a Marvel movie. Most movies should be day and date at least in the theaters where you can at least have the option to rent it off your TV.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, being being someone who wants to, review new movies and stuff and be able to talk about the new stuff with you guys. We do end up going to the theater for movies that we might not necessarily be like extremely ecstatic to, go see or whatever.
And starting this year, I was like, we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to try to see movies in the theater every week. We're going to try to really, get into this stuff. And it's just too hard. It's a struggle.
It's
and
very discouraging for sure.
And,
but yeah, so, but I was going to talk about the AMC thing. So the thing that sucks about the AMC thing is it's not really any further away. Right?
It's about the same. I'd say, it's about 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah. So it's still about the same as far as the drive, but this theater does not have the reclining seats, which is a negative for me. They're just like the old school, like fold chairs.
I don't remember if the one by our old house has the reclining seats or not. I can't remember. I feel like they do.
Yeah.
I also think that's a Cinemark too.
Gotcha. So yeah, I don't know. So do you want to get into the AMC thing?
Yeah, so AMC, we can
Or do you want to
bring
do the
this
chat
up.
a little bit, or
Let's
we
talk
have
about this
89 people in the
AMC.
chat.
Let's talk about this AMC thing real quick, and then we'll get into the chat.
Okay.
But yeah, basically, when I don't think we were on our way home from the theater, but it was right after I got home from the theater. I started to see
Yeah, it
this
was
pop up
literally
all over
like
social media.
perfect timing.
AMC Theaters offers cheaper tickets for worse seats while raising prices for the middle. So I don't know what they're counting as worse seats here.
So basically, they're treating it like a concert. So this
Okay.
is just like a concert, right?
But front row
You
seats won't be the most expensive, right?
well, I'm just saying like the thought process.
Okay. Yeah.
Is kind of like a
Well, let me
buying a
read
concert
this. Let me
ticket.
read
Like you
this real
pay
quick.
different prices based on where you sit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
It says AMC Theaters has introduced a new pricing program offering cheaper seats for movie fans. Well, I mean, I like the idea of that if they're going to make them cheaper than normal.
I don't know if it's this article, but there's an image where they show
the seats,
and I don't think
I think I saw that too.
Yeah, it's not on here, I guess.
You failed and got the wrong article.
Let me see if I can find it.
Here, I'll read it real quick. Offering cheaper seats for movie fans who don't mind sitting in the front row. See, that's perfect for me. Like, because I used to love the front row. Remember that when I went through my front row phase, and I was like, I've got to be in the front row. It was ever since I watched The Force Awakens in the theaters, and we had to sit in the front row to see it, and I felt like I was in the Millennium Falcon when it was flying. And I was like, I'm going to sit in the front row from now on. And I just got to where I really loved the front row.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I feel like I'm breaking my neck
so yeah,
and I feel like I can't see everything.
I just feel like I'm totally immersed when I'm in the front row.
I don't like it.
But I will say I sat in the front row like 6 months ago, I feel like. And I think with our son, we went to go see Uncharted, and I didn't like it as much. So I think I grew out of that. In the latest attempt to increase attendance and profits after the COVID-19, how does that increase attendance? Well, I guess for cheaper seats. The U.S. biggest cinema circuit on Monday said its new pricing initiative called Sightline will be expanded to all its domestic locations by year end, including dine-in cinemas after having already rolled out at some AMC theaters. The price of a standard seat in the auditorium isn't changing, but at showings after 4 p.m., so-called value Sightline seats located in the front row of the auditorium will be cheaper. The program excludes Tuesdays when AMC runs another discount program. Only members of AMC's Stubs loyalty program will have access to discounted seats. Those who want the best seats will have to pay a premium. Preferred seats, typically in the middle of the auditorium, will cost more than standard seats, AMC said. Exact
I didn't know
pricing
you were
details
gonna
will
read.
or not disclosed. Yes, I read it all. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, damn.
Go ahead.
I feel like they're making this way too complicated.
Yeah, sounds complicated.
And like the theater is already, or has been, as far as I know, like struggling. And it's like, why would they make a decision like this to make it even less appealing to go to the movies?
Where their whole selling point is that it's going to be cheaper for some people.
But everybody wants to sit in the middle. I do.
I don't. What about the top seats? What about the makeout seats?
So if anything, it's just going to cause arguments between moviegoers.
Oh yeah. Well,
because you're going to be like, we're going to sit in the front. It's cheaper, and I'm going to be like, no, screw you. I want to sit in the middle. I don't care if it's $1
we usually
more.
get in a fight before we go see a movie anyway.
We usually do.
Usually.
Yeah. I was trying to see if this article had anything different to say.
But I get what you're saying. We need that extra incentive to fight. I got you.
I don't know. I wish I could find that chart because it's pretty good.
There was a nice little chart. You can look it up. But basically, yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny how they introduced that, and we were all like, "Screw the theater," and then they added that in, and everybody was getting all pissy about it. And it felt like everybody was with us, in their disdain for the theater. Are you okay?
Yeah, I really wanted to find that chart.
Well, I'm going to continue with the chat real quick. We got Gus or Huck who's laughing. Gus is throwing up cats. Delon Movies Manual. I am an A-lister too, but this new pricing thing is a problem because I usually go with my wife and have to pay for her seats. Yeah, that is a problem.
So you don't have it for both of you.
Have you seen Valentine 2001? That is one that we can watch for Valentine's Day.
I
Have
don't
you
think I
seen that
have.
movie?
Mm-mm.
That's a slasher. It's from 2001. I think you have.
Maybe I have.
Right, A-list is not affected. Prefer 4K physical media at home over going to the theater. Yeah, I do too.
I mean, the only problem is like obviously I love watching stuff at home. I mean, don't get me wrong, like there is something awesome about going to the theater, assuming everything goes perfectly. And getting, like
I'm just really thankful now that
I'm literally in the middle of a thought.
Top Gun Maverick was a great experience. I'm thankful for that.
I'm so glad that we
Continue.
can talk about Top Gun Maverick for the 50th
That was a perfect
time.
theater experience. Continue.
I like to go to the theater and get my snacks and, sit in the reclining chair and watch the movie. Like it is part of the experience that I go for. So, but anyway, I was going to say, it sucks to have to wait to see the movie,
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I was saying. Like, Knock at the Cabin. I'm sorry. I know some people might not agree with this. It should have been on Peacock. Why could it not be on Peacock? It's a Universal movie. They put Halloween Ends on Peacock. Put Knock at the Cabin. It made $15 million at the box office. I would argue that it probably still would have made close to that much if they put it on Peacock, or at least, give us the option to rent it for 10 or 15 bucks. I would pay $15, $20 to get it at home. I wouldn't mind doing that. We're going to spend that much going to the theater anyway.
Yeah.
So just give us the option. EGOT is Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony winner. So she won all of those. So
very impressive. Cool. Yeah.
Very cool. You're going out to Drown, Ken, and Holy Water. Movies also come out faster on physical media and streaming.
They do.
What they used to. Yeah, they do. That's for sure. And, credit to, the people that watch our channel. Usually it doesn't really matter too much. Like when we put a review up, like if it's like 2 days after or 2 months after, usually like people will still watch, I feel like.
Yeah.
So we'll just have that philosophy. We'll get to it when we get to it. Let's see. Marius Glazer says, "Hi all, what did I miss?"
Hello.
Hopefully you got
wow, Tony said not much.
Not much yet.
You ain't missed much.
Not much yet, kid. These guys really just meander around for the first 25 minutes.
That was at 8:25. So
Knock at the Cabin was really good. Jeff H says, "I've been done with the theaters for 15 years." You've been on the right side of it then. Damn, where do y'all live? That's far to drive. I mean, we live in Kentucky, and we live
outside of Louisville.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a what do you call it? Suburban area.
I don't know.
And yeah, there's not a
smaller
theater
city.
There was a theater here. There was, and then the pandemic happened, and they failed, and they closed the theater. And everybody was like, "They're not going to close theaters."
And guess what? They turned it into a church.
What do you guys do? You wear a mask. They're not going to close theaters, and then they closed our theater.
So I know. Like I literally cried when they did it.
They closed it. So screw y'all. Johnny Darko says, "With costs and everything, while being a physical media collector, I don't go to the theater anymore. It's not too much of a wait till they release in stores. Anyway, I wish theater costs were cheaper." Yeah, that's definitely a lot of money to pay nowadays. I can't imagine buying a ticket at the box office. You guys don't use the theater's app.
Nope, we go up and pay with our credit card the good old-fashioned way.
Yeah, we're old-fashioned.
I can't be bothered with a million apps on my phone. Like literally everywhere has an app, and I'm like, no.
He could have been high, Gus. We don't know. I like to think he wasn't. Fernando Pena says, "Jerks, they seem unprepared."
Yeah.
Total BS, says Mike. Agreed. Hell, I'd be mad too. Skill issue. If you guys were going early every time, unfortunately, the first showings almost always have issues.
It was the first showing of the day.
But I mean, we've been to showings at at night that have had issues.
Yeah, that's true. It's not always in the morning.
Sorry, you guys had issues at the theater today, says Chandler. Avatar is number 3 at box office. This sounds exactly like the theater in Sanford, North Carolina. We quit going because of all the problems.
Yeah,
you need an Alamo draft house near you. Y'all would dig it. Yeah, we don't have anything fancy around us. Like I can't think of one like fancy theater. Do we have one?
I mean,
it was the one that we went to. Like that used to be the nicest theater.
Well, no, I honestly think it's Westport because they have like the little trays and stuff. I don't know if you can order, like we don't have one where you can order food and stuff.
Yeah, it might
Like
be
there's
that
some
one.
where you can order food to your seat. Like we don't
That
have
one was
that.
kind of run down for a while though, but I do feel like because I went there to meet your dad to see that DC League of Super Pets movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
With
pretty
the
nice.
kids, not just my dad and Ken.
Want to go see Super Pets, son? Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I would love to have a theater where you can like order drinks and food to your table.
Yeah, we don't have anything like
I'm
like
sure it's like
that.
really freaking expensive,
Anything.
but
Wow, sounds like the movie theater from hell.
exactly.
What theater changes this? Sounds like a nightmare. It's Escape is what it is. And I
with
don't
a
know if it's like a
X.
huge
X.
chain or not. I think that there are a couple more.
There are some others, yeah,
but it's not like a huge chain.
Yeah.
I just picked up 77 LG OLED C2, so might be done with the theaters. I'd say so, man.
Nice.
This reminds me of that Scott size bit. Every time I come here, my order's wrong, then stop coming. Cue dramatic music. That sounds like a you problem.
That's funny.
The last time I went to the theater, the screen went out for 15 minutes and they didn't even offer to partial refund us.
Wow.
Hello, what's up, Leo? How you
How's
doing?
it going, Leo?
Everyone like the stream, says Kevin.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Kevin.
We got 103.
Oh my goodness, is that the first time we broke 100 on this channel?
I don't know, maybe.
My goodness, we're
Make
talking
sure-
about
I think
theaters
this AMC thing might be
sucking ass every Monday. Mama Blu-rays here. What's up, Mama?
Hello.
How you doing? Wet shoelaces. Good theaters are amazing, but bad theater experiences absolutely every movie you go to afterwards. Yeah. Absolutely ruin. Okay.
Yeah.
My local Regal theater is closing down soon. Such a shame. Now going to have to drive 45 to 60 minutes. Yeah, it sucks when you don't live, like in a city or something. Which I don't want to live in a city anyway. But
yeah.
I don't know. Time to kick one of those kids out and use their room as a home theater. We don't need to. I mean, I got a space down here,
basement.
And I just bought the new TV and I got the Atmos set up, and not Atmos, but it's a sound bar. It still sounds good. Damn it.
Sounds good to us. Yeah.
I forget what movie I was watching the other day that I was really impressed with the sound.
I mean, Ken like shakes the whole house,
Oh,
so
I was watching Pray for the Devil.
Oh.
And that Atmos track was like out of this world.
Really?
And it was like, I thought you were going to yell at me for it being too loud, but you never did.
Yeah. If he's like watching it late at night and I can hear it, I'm like, you're going to have to turn that down. Like,
yeah, I got to start going to bed early and waking up early, and then I can just wake you up with the sound in the morning.
Right. You're going to be up before me.
I want to watch Top Gun again. It's such a good movie. I really do. I want to watch it again. You were talking.
Just watched.
It's such a good movie. You were talking about Preston Highway Theater. That one served my wife a raw hamburger once. So I guess L.A. Joel, do you live around here?
Do you live around?
I figured you lived in L.A. with that name. I only go to AMC, but I only go watch movies I want to see on the big screen, and I go early.
Yep.
Do you guys have a 4DX? Maybe at the AMC's. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Don't you wish you could be the kid from Last Action Hero? He goes to the theater by himself and the owner lets him. I wish. I have a Cinemark close by too. Sucks that you're shutting down your channel, Ken. I'm not shutting down my channel. What are you talking about, Ken? I mean, I do think about it from time to time, but no, I'm not.
Is that why people are here? They think you're shutting your channel
down? Did I put that on the thumbnail? No, I didn't see it. Most movies should be streaming. Bad take, and no one serious. And one no serious filmmaker shares. Well, I am not a serious filmmaker. I'm not a filmmaker, so I don't care. But yes, I do think that most movies are streaming movies. I do. I like Regal and the Regal Pass. AMC's monopoly on Dolby Cinema is a primary reason for my A-list sub. Let's see. AMC doing anything they can to self-destruct. The front row is the worst.
Thank you, Tony.
Kevin L. Ken said he's shutting down his channel. I did not.
Great. Now there's going to be a rumor.
I guess that'll be my next video tomorrow. I'm shutting down the channel. The AMC seating thing is nuts. Doesn't affect us A-listers, but for everyone else, yikes. Just another perk to our passes, I guess. I think that the only AMC we have is that is the Stony Brook one.
So my question is, can you go ahead and sign up for A-listers and it not affect you? Or is it people who have already are an A-lister?
I'm pretty sure you can sign up anytime.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like
I don't like front row either. My wife and I had to stand in the back of the theater one time because they sold too many tickets. That was the worst. Of course, that was when Young Guns was in the theater. Wow, Tony, you all stood in the theater.
Oh, heck no.
I can see Tony now. His wife was like, "We're not standing." He goes, "We're standing, watching Young Guns." Damn it.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm buying it on VHS. The closest movie theater in Michigan is a 30-minute drive, and I live near Detroit. AMC, the only type of theater with reclining chairs at Dolby Atmos. The rest of them. So, question to you all: Do your all's theaters have the reclining chairs?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a luxury that
Is
most theaters have? Is that something that AMC has, or is that just that the few theaters we have?
No, it's definitely like a normal thing now.
Well, I mean, why doesn't our AMC have that? It's weird.
I don't know. I guess we live in the ghetto.
I guess. People seem to have gotten worse at the theater since COVID. At least here, people.
Okay, why are we
talk to
both
each
doing
other.
that?
Who?
We were both doing this. No, like with our chin like that.
I always do that.
That's
Quit copying me.
No,
I always like
me.
the very backs of the middle. I only go to the theaters once or twice a month.
I usually pick. Okay, so this is my ideal seat. Not the very back row, but like the third row down, right smack in the middle.
Yeah.
That's where I like to go.
Soon we'll have Michelle's monthly audit of how much she spends sitting in the posh middle seats.
That's great. Love it.
We should look, you should go see the movies. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna let you go see the movies like I used to, and then you come back and then explain to me your experience.
Going to the theater by myself would give me so much anxiety. Like I already am thinking I'm gonna be like shot or something when I'm in the theater. I just I'm always looking for like creepy people, like people wearing hoods or like people just seeming suspicious.
Yeah.
Like there's no way I could go by myself.
I haven't been to the theater since 2017. What's up, Dimension Scott? How are you doing? The last two Halloween movies were on Peacock because they were awful. Knock was much better and great to see in Dolby. But it would have been just as awesome at home, though. It really would have. Matthew Lee, Knock at the Cabin should have been a Peacock. I agree with that. There's not many movies. Top Gun Maverick was a theater movie. It really was.
Okay, please.
There's not many other movies that I saw last year that I wouldn't have enjoyed just as much watching at home.
Like, I think that theater movies should be, like, I think you already said it. Just like the action movies.
Yeah.
Like the superhero movies.
And you got to understand, I'm not, just because I'm saying this, I'm not saying that everybody should think this way. Obviously, people have much better theater experiences. People love going to the theaters. I'm just speaking from my own personal perspective.
Right.
I want every movie to be at home.
There's so many factors to why we feel this way. Like we're parents, the convenience, the horrible experience, money, like there's so many things. Like
I am by no means trying to take away anybody's great theatrical experience from them. Like I said in the opening, I only wish for the death of that one theater and everybody else can stay open.
Yeah.
This is just my perspective. I think that majority of movies, I would say 80% of movies should be day and date optional to stream or pay for on your TV.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Skinamarink movie theater only for a month before it gets on Screenbox or Shudder or whatever it was on? That thing should have been on VOD the day it came out. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But Megan, I would have accepted Megan being in the theaters. That felt like a big movie.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the theaters, and I think it's already on streaming. I think you can rent Megan right now. Of course, I love being at the theaters. I understand that I won't be able to go see everything I want.
But no, Bobby, we did not go to the church that took our theater away. It's up. The next one up.
Oh, no, we did not.
We hate that church.
We did not.
It took our beloved theater.
We got Garrett in here. What's up, Garrett? He says, I don't want theaters to close. I don't go much just due to lack of time, but there's big releases I want to see. I try to make it to go to the next release. I'll probably check out Scream. There you go. Because of life, I can't see everything in the theaters. I do understand that. Yeah. They closed Westside Pavilion L. It was my favorite mall in Cali. So many good memories.
Is it hard to read, honey? Do you want me to take over?
Sometimes you could take over for a little bit.
The reason I like going to theaters.
There's 111 people in here right now.
Like the video guys. The reason I like going to theaters is because I have no choice but to sit there. When I try to watch stuff from home, I get easily sidetracked. Unfortunately, I just don't have a lot of time to go. Yeah, like I totally that's kind of like what James Cameron said, right? Was that when a moviegoer makes the decision to go see a movie at the
That is a
theater,
good point.
Most people have made the commitment to get there, pay the money, and they sit there usually undistracted. They don't mess with their phone or anything. Most people. Now there
Yeah.
are people who do get on their phones in the freaking theater, and I'm like, what are you doing? Maybe
Like
they were dragged there from someone else made
You
them
know
come.
me, like I was in love with going to the theater before the pandemic. I
Mhm.
would go, I tried to go at least once a week, maybe twice a week if I could, if you
Yeah.
all were going too.
Yeah.
I had so many great experiences in the theater. I saw the Peanut Butter Falcon in the theater, and I
Mhm.
loved every minute of it. And that's not I would look at the Peanut Butter Falcon right now, and I would say that's a movie I could watch on streaming. I don't need to go to the theater to see that.
Right.
But I loved watching movies like that in the theater,
Mhm.
and now the love for the theater has just been completely drained out of me.
Yeah. You okay? Take a deep breath.
I'm okay. Okay, I'm fine. I'm gonna make it.
Let's see. Ben says, I have like 8 different theater chains within 20 minutes of me in OKC. Well, good for you then. No, that's awesome. We're jealous. Anthony says, hey there. My greatest annoyance is people constantly looking at their phones in movie theaters. One of the reasons I don't go very often these days. Yeah. I feel like it's funny. I was thinking about this like in my head on the way home, I think maybe, or something. It's interesting because you feel like there's a lot of people like us who think people are annoying and rude and inconsiderate and all of this stuff. Like you feel like there's a lot of us that feel this way, but yet there still seems to be a lot of people who are on the other side. Like they're the annoying one. I don't know. It's just like what's wrong with people? Like, do they just not know how to be a person?
They don't.
A good, normal person.
Look, I'm looking at the chats, or I'm looking at the number. We have 56 likes right now and 107 people in here. So that means half of the people that are in here right now have not hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Or maybe
there's
they
probably a lot
have,
of people
and
that
then
have
they
hit
left.
the dislike button because of my trash talk in the
Oh.
theater. So if you've hit the dislike button, that's fine.
I am really lucky here in North Las Vegas. We have 5 theaters within 10 minutes from our
Well,
house.
hell yeah,
And you
you're
know
in
what?
Vegas.
We always forget about the one in the mall.
Which mall?
There's a mall, the Mall St. Matthews. There's a theater still there.
Oh, that is a Cinemark. Yeah, we have not been to that in a long time.
Yeah.
I remember we saw.
We always forget about it.
What did we see there? We saw one movie there.
I took
and
Liam.
It was a comedy. What did we see? Was it Neighbors?
I don't know.
I think it was
took
Neighbors.
Liam. This was like before Ellie and everything, I think. Me and him went and saw what's it called? Mr. Sherman and Mr. Peabody or whatever.
Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Yeah.
Something. Yeah, we went and saw that. I mean, he was little. Like, I don't know when that came out, but Garrett says Sub Peeps and YouTube's fave couple. I don't know about that, but Guess says in Denver, where I used to live, we have a fancy theater where you could get food and drinks, and they have self-serve yourself endless popcorn and soda. I mean,
see, I think what the problem is, we just need to move.
Right.
So
sounds like
that
it
might be the issue.
Brian says, let me just say this. We pre-ordered tickets for the Dolby 3D of Titanic for this weekend, and those tickets would have costed $21.99 each, $23 for the monthly membership, 2 tickets pay for membership. Nice.
So does the membership reduce the price, or you get it completely for free?
You get it for free.
But you only get like how many movies a month? Is it like unlimited? It's not unlimited, right?
I don't know. Let us know, guys.
It's not like Movie Pass. I know it's something different than Movie Pass.
Reanimated says, howdy y'all. Anyone get on the Movie Pass 2.0 wait list?
No. As soon as I saw Movie Pass when it came out, I was like, this is not going to end well. So I never signed up for that. Even though I should have. A lot of people took advantage of some really
Reanimated is on the wait
deals.
list. Johnny says, when I watch movies, my neighbors listen to them. Gotta crank it. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
That is not good. That is not being a good neighbor, Johnny. Don't be that neighbor. Scap says,
Scape.
Can't talk. We have a small theater. Only $6 for matinee tickets. Just saw Knock at the Cabin there. Awesome.
Our theater down the road used to be $5 for matinee tickets.
$5.
$5 for matinee.
$5, no holla.
And a large popcorn was $5.
$5.
I could go see a matinee and get a large popcorn and sneak my own drink in my pocket for $10.
LA says he used to live in Louisville. He's in South Carolina now. Cool. Ken is retiring from YouTube.
I'm shutting the channel down. I'm just tired. It's too much. Like after today, like I got done with the physical media report and I was so tired I had to take a nap. And I was like, I'm just too old for this.
How would you rank all the Jason and Freddy movies? We cannot do that right now.
Don't
even try.
Look, we're not going to focus on new movies anymore. Screw all the new movies. We're going to go back and watch a bunch of classics. And we're going to do fun stuff like
Huck says
Freddy and Jason rankings.
Huck says dibs on Ken's channel equipment. He doesn't
have Huck, you're talking to me? Equipment?
We have a laptop.
You have better equipment than I do.
And some mics.
You got that what do you got? Adobe Premiere Pro and all this stuff? Like, come on, Huck. Give me a break. Equipment.
That's funny. He's probably joking.
Equipment.
Reanimated says, I think Bob's Blu-rays is dying as far as channel shutdown.
This is my equipment.
This is my equipment. No, Bob's Blu-rays is not done. He actually just got on Instagram earlier today and was talking about how he was coming back soon. He moved and stuff, so he's been really busy.
Here's the thing. YouTube is hard to remain consistent on. And some people, it can take a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of me.
Well, I think Bob has like 2 jobs or something.
Yeah. And it's like, if I didn't have the schedule that I did with my work, I would not be able to do as much as I do. And if I didn't have you to, handle the kids and stuff, and while I do live streams and goof off, then I couldn't do it. And yeah, I think about quitting like every day.
And it's also why, when we're streaming together, sometimes I have to just leave because the kids need me. And
literally the only reason
we're parents trying to be cool and stream, and sometimes it doesn't work out, but we just try to do what we can because we have fun. So.
I am only still here because of the people and the fact that they watch and they support. And that's the only reason I'm still here.
Oh,
I would have been gone a long time ago.
All right, we'll probably need to be wrapping this up here. It's after 9. But no, Bob's not gone. You can sign up for a list anytime. Okay. Ken, I want a signed poster sized. He wants a signed poster sized picture of you to hang in his room. Oh Lord, I don't think you do. In my area, only old small indie theaters don't have stadium seating. Okay. We got Tiana Loves Movies. Hey, guys. Hey, how's it going, Tiana? Ben says, I hate when people sit next to me in theaters. Me too. In this day and age of reserved seating, only a complete psycho chooses to sit next to a stranger. Agreed. Glad to hear Bob will be back. Haha. Yeah. Manuel says, as a physical media collector, you'd think you'd have some sort of regard for filmmaker intent. You're getting some shit from Manuel. Movie theaters present films as intended. The average person's uncalibrated 55-inch and soundbar does not. Well, you know what? They're lucky to have
Manuel,
people like you.
Hold on a second. I've got a 65-inch. Thank you very much. Not a 55-inch. All right. So don't give me that. And yeah, like I said, I'm not saying you have to feel that same way. It's just the way that I feel at this point. So.
Tucker.
And there's a lot of physical media collectors that don't go to the theater.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are 2 different things. But I get it. It's, the filmmaker. No filmmaker makes a movie, unless he makes it exclusively for Netflix and knows it's going to be on there, makes a movie wanting it to go to streaming. Like, I completely understand that.
Well, also, it's like you don't have to be a physical media collector, lover of movies, all the things. Like, you don't have to be like 100% on everything.
My thought process is this, and
I have to go see every new movie in the theater, and
I watched Back to the Future on a 20-inch box TV on VHS for the first time, and I fell in love with that movie. I did not see I still have not seen Back to the Future in the theater, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't need to see a movie in the theater for it to affect me emotionally, mentally, physically. I don't need it spiritually. I can watch it at home. My TV is way better than the TVs I used to watch movies on when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh. Tony says, I do the same, Michelle. I have to keep my eye on everyone who walks in. I don't want to get shot up either. Thank you, Tony. I mean, I'm telling you, like, people are scary. Like, I used to worry about that before what's it called? The Batman shooting. What is that called?
Yeah. So So that the Dark Knight Rises
The Dark Knight
shooting in Colorado.
Colorado, yes.
And we went to go see, I think,
We're
The
too
Watch, right?
Oh God, I don't know.
With Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn, and it was like the alien
Oh,
comedy movie.
Yeah.
And you were very uncomfortable the whole time. And I think we saw like maybe 2 weeks after that happened.
Like
you were like looking like this the whole time. We were the only ones in the theater.
I used to worry about that before that happened, though. Like
Yeah.
I did. I used to worry about that, and then it happened, and then it was even worse. And like I've like gotten better about it, but I still am like kind of on high alert. And like sometimes you like hear things, like if you're one of the only few people in the theater, like you'll hear like maybe the workers like open the door, like walk in, and you'll see a little head pop up and stuff. It's super freaking creepy. And I'm like, who is that? Like, what are they doing?
You guys done yet? I gotta clean.
Oh, this is still on. I'm surprised it's working today, basically. I love going to the theater by myself. I can get more immersed in the movie that way.
I'm with you, Del.
What is it like to not have anxiety? Like, honestly, I wish I knew. Unity OC says there's just no way Dune would have looked and sounded the same at home. We watched Dune at home, and yeah,
I didn't like it. So maybe I would have liked it if it was in the theater.
Maybe we would have.
That could have been an example of a movie that should have been seen in the theater.
That movie was boring as hell.
Yeah.
Please rename the channel to Married with Top Gun Maverick, right? I would not allow that. The Batman movies were worth watching in theaters. Yeah. I mean, there still are going to be movies that are worth it. We're not saying
maybe The Dark Knight, but not the Batman.
Adrian says, Ken, can you remember the first movie you saw at the cinema?
It was Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid, yeah. I was going to say it.
Yeah. And the other ones were Batman
We don't
Returns,
have to talk about all that.
Hook. Those are my first memories at the theater.
Oh my gosh. Tiana says, I kind of wish all movies were at home too. There we go. Tiana agrees. Robert says they're closing our drive-in theater down in Franklin, Kentucky.
Sucks.
I live along the Jersey Shore. We have nice theaters here. I have a Cinemark and an AMC that are both within 10 to 15 minutes. They have recliners and stadium seating. Now I have a Sony A80J, so I don't go.
I think we need to open a theater. We don't have a nice theater around here. I think we need to open one ourselves.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Let's do it.
I would rent for the price it is to go out and watch it in theater. Yeah, for sure. We would too. Like if we really wanted to see something, we'd pay $20 to do it, to rent it. We did it during the pandemic and stuff. My first cinema movie was in 1977 and it was Star Wars. Before that, everything was at the drive-in theater. Awesome. I haven't been to the cinema since 2019. Garrett says I saw X and Nope in the theater last year, and I loved those theater experiences.
Nope was a really good theater experience.
Yeah,
I agree with that. That was a movie that should have been seen on the theater.
If I saw Skinamarink in the theater, I would have wanted to claw my way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear mixed things about that.
He tried to watch it. He said he got 30 minutes into it and shut it off.
Because it just sucked so bad?
Yeah, I do want to watch it. I'm not going to make you watch it because I know for a fact that's not your kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even like the Paranormal Activity movies all that much, but
that's not true.
Oh, do you? But I didn't think you liked found footage that much.
Quit saying things that are wrong.
We'll watch Skinamarink tomorrow morning.
Oh my God, I like the Paranormal Activity. I just said that you shouldn't have bought that cheap box set.
From what I hear, it's like this, like
I already know what it is.
Distorted, like okay.
Mm-hmm. Enough people have talked about it.
Skinamarink-y-doo.
We've talked about it before. It's like being in the dark and thinking you see things and not really knowing if you do see something. And it just builds on the tension of the darkness and yada yada yada. Matt says I'm going to drag my ass out to see Scream 6 though.
Yeah, that movie should be on Paramount Plus.
Serene says, how's it going, Serene? How many times do you guys go to the theater every month? Also, what needs to happen to make you stop going to the theater? We might have already talked about that before you asked the question. But
I'd say on average we go 1 to 2 times a month.
You think? That it?
I'd say so. 1 to 2.
I would say 2 to 3.
I don't know if I'd say 2 to 3. I would say 1 to 2.
Okay, 1 to 2.
We went twice last month.
1 to 2 it is.
We went twice last month. We saw Missing and
Megan. It depends on what movies are coming out.
Well, how many times did we go in December? I think we saw Violent Nights was the only movie we saw in December.
I mean, right? It depends.
November was The Menu. And I think that's all we saw. So I think it's 1 to 2.
Okay, 1 to 2. Ken's right, like always.
Yeah.
Not. And then I think we kind of talked about what's making us stop going.
What needs to
Horrible
happen? Just
theater
more stuff like what
experiences.
happened today.
Yeah, like for us to completely stop, like not go at all. Like
From now on, the only way we're going to the theater is if it's one that we really want to see. Like I would say, we'll try to get out to see Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? But you're gonna have to.
Liam wants to see it.
Yeah, we can take the whole family to see that. Scream 6. We might have to get a babysitter for that.
I don't know.
If we go see it.
I don't know if I want to see that one or not.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the dollar theaters? We did not.
I did when I was younger.
Teenagers are the worst. They now just go to movies and hang out. They don't even watch the movie anymore. They would rather just keep walking in front of you when you're watching the movie. Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't ever go see a PG-13 horror movie on a Friday or Saturday nights. Never.
They're just and they're like fleas.
Yeah, never.
Or whatever multiplies.
That's why they make PG-13 horror movies, so teenagers can go on Friday and Saturday night.
We got KB in the chat. Sup, party people. I love going to the movies because I have so many options around me. Dolby, IMAX, 4DX.
Rub it in, KB.
These are premier ways to experience movies. Yes. I wish we had the same.
Yeah, if we had what you all had, we probably wouldn't be here talking crap right now. But we don't, right. So I'm going to talk all the crap I want. That's what I'm going to do.
Also, go check out KB's channel. I was on there for his conversation series or 5 takes.
It's a great conversation.
It was a lot of fun. So go check that video out if you missed it. When was that? Friday night?
That was Friday night.
Yeah.
The feeling was right.
Maria says, just throw your phone deep in the trash before every movie and reach in and pick it up and a banana peel and shove it up your ass.
That's what you got to do. I agree with Marius.
What is happening? A-list gives you 12 movies per month.
Damn,
a month? Damn. Hello, sir. How's it going? Okay. A-list is 3 free movies a week. Wow. That's crazy. I'm from India. Nice to have you here. Thanks for being here. Before the COVID, Regal's Pass was unlimited movies. Wow. Brian says the membership is great, up to 3 movies every week, even Dolby, IMAX, 3D, whatever. So if you want to really, you can see up to 12 movies a month for that $23 price. It's amazing. Wow.
That does sound amazing.
Like if we didn't have kids and you could just go to the movies all the time.
That's gonna be we'll get that when the kids are out of the house. That'll be us in our later years.
When we're elderly.
Yeah, and we'll travel. We're going to travel around the country and visit all the different AMC theaters. Mm-hmm. If they're still standing after all this stuff going on.
Those $5 movies and popcorn is what shut your theater down, apparently. Right?
Tony, it was COVID.
They could not sustain
They were doing just fine. They were popping on Friday night. They were popping on Saturday night.
Brian says not to mention you can reserve up to 3 movies at a time in advance, even ones that come out weeks later, like Ant-Man and Scream 6. I can get tickets for as of Wednesday. Nice. So basically, we need to move to Florida.
Yeah, you want to go down there anyway to
because
go to
I
Disney
think
World every day.
Right, because I think Brian and Coco like their theater. They still go a lot, and so let's just move to Florida. And I can go to Disney often, and it'll just be amazing. And we can go see movies with Brian and Coco.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. This past Saturday, I went
to... Or better yet, we get Brian and Coco to watch the kids while we go to the theater.
This past Saturday, I went to a Cinemark to watch Knock at the Cabin in HD Cinema, huge screen, and insane sound system. Nice. I also have AMC's A-List, 12 movies a month, 3 a week, any show, any format. Yeah,
y'all killing it. No wonder y'all like the theater so much.
Y'all are in the wrong chat.
This is the Theater Hater Club.
Right.
All right.
My AMC A-List is $20 a month. Okay. Yep. Man, they're really selling that A-List thing. Ken is a man for the people. Oh, you talking in here?
Mm-hmm. I said a few things.
Okay, so some people's is a different price. Interesting.
Let us know. Let the guy from India we have in here. Let us know if you want us to watch and review RRR. Trying to get you to watch that.
LOL. I wasn't necessarily talking about you, Ken, the average person, though.
Yeah. I get you, man. I got you.
Ken is selling all his physical media so he can retire early from YouTube.
You know what? Manuel is a very passionate person, and I respect that.
He is. Tony, that is why I choose to ignore all of the no concealed carry signage at my local AMC theater. Better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Nice. Plainview says, Maverick was the first time I went to the movie since Fury Road. It's just too complicated now. Wow. LOL, Kim, please do not joke and quit physical media. Carter says, show us titties.
Mine or hers?
Wow. I can't show you my titties. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, that will get demonetized real quick.
I went to a drive-in theater once, and we were the only car there. Talk about creepy. Wow. We got Frank in the chat. Evening, guys. Hey, Frank. Douglas, I feel for you, Michelle. I got big-time anxiety and take meds for it. Yeah, anxiety is no fun. Maverick was the first time I went to the movie since Fury Road. Okay, I read that already. We got Tony in the chat. Hey, guys. Another Tony, not Tony Basement Blues. Open up theaters. There has to be a vacant store from out there. Lots of hard work, but you have to persist. Bobby says we should open our own theater, babe. Cal Daly says level time.
What's up, Cal?
Cal, it is not just level time. It's married with media time.
Media time.
Level just means Ken. What about me? What about me, Cal? What about me? Back in 1982, I watched the ET in the theater. It was a really good experience. You wish you could have done that, don't you? I went to see the movie 65 in the theater. Yeah, I do want to see that. Is there any movies you regret not seeing at cinema?
None.
That's not true. We'll call the movie theater Ken's YouTube channel.
Hell yeah.
Elbow bump. I want to see some gigs.
You want to see your gigs? Pull your gigs out.
Horrid Film says, why do I have such bad luck ordering physical media lately? Always something wrong, damaged, dirty, and always scratch disc. Only good luck I've had recently is buying 2 things off an eBay seller. Wow, that's crazy. Basically, the world's going to hell. Shaw, have you watched The Last Boys yet? I have not. I need to, though.
Is it The Last Boys or The Lost Boys?
The Lost Boys, sorry. I've got The Last of Us and Lost.
No, Cal wrote Last.
Okay. Well, I knew what he was talking about. For a good theater experience, you have to go opening Thursday night with other true movie fans or wait 2 to 3 weeks so nobody will be there by then. So we wait 2 to 3 weeks. Usually, we just recently, tried to do the Monday after. And we still have issues, so. One of the last theaters I attended was Batman Begins at the same theater in Aurora, Colorado, where they had the mass shooting 7 years later where the Dark Knight Rises was showing. Yeah. Oof. Very scary.
I'm going to tell on you.
Oh, is the Paranormal Activity box set cheap? As in not quality or what? Yeah, I would say it's cheap. I mean, it's so flimsy looking to me.
The Paranormal Activity box set was easily one of the best pieces of physical media that came out in 2022. Do not disparage the Paranormal Activity box
set. That
set.
is not true.
It's on the shelf. It's in a premier spot on my shelf, too.
It's not true. You really want to try to say that that's like
I mean, it's not like the Columbia Classics, but it's just as good as the Friday the 13th box set as far as packaging.
It's like plain and like blue and...
Ooh, I love it.
It's so... No.
Love it.
I had been planning on picking it up sometime soon. Well, Ken says you should still get it.
I think it's great, Emmanuel. It's only $50.
I don't get it.
I mean, there's 8 movies in the damn thing. Like it's worth it to me, especially if you don't own them already. Now
I'm saying, I'm not saying that it's not a good deal. I guess 8 movies for $50. Sure, that's great. But I'm saying like the box set is not cool in any way.
No, I think it's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, you're lame, so it makes sense, I guess. Are you taking kids to see Super Mario, or is that only for the grown kids? So Super Mario is my number 1 anticipated movie. And yes, I definitely want to take the kids, assuming that we get to the theater. All right, we're about to wrap this up, guys. Need help, struggling, hungry. Oh boy, we got somebody who needs some money. So what you're saying is the cinema is now what the mall was, a teen hangout. Yeah, basically. I went to see, what's that?
The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, the weekend after the Colorado shooting. Not only was I tense, but my 2 daughters were aware of what happened and clung tightly to me the whole time. Yeah, it's not good. I feel like teenagers be disrupted happen in every generation, probably. We'll have to take turns when we have kids of our own. LOL. There we go. I work at night, so I see movies at noon. It's great. Most of the time, I'm alone in the theater. Yeah, I mean, we are too if we go, but it's just our theater not being able to play the movie for us.
Yeah.
The only movies I'm going to see in the movie theaters this year: John Wick 4, Indiana Jones 5, Mission Impossible
Michigan Possible.
7 Part 1, and Oppenheimer and Doom Part 2. Awesome. You make me laugh.
I could not want to see Oppenheimer any less. It's Christopher Nolan. And
AMC A-list price is based on the market in which you live. Okay. New York, New Jersey is more expensive. Sorry, Shaw, I should have been clear. You are a level, therefore is just as much your time. LO, but I gotcha. That's all right, Cal. Ken actually showed his titties once. Oh, wait, that was Jeff from Films at Home.
Really? I don't see Jeff doing that.
Me either. Ken correcting my grammar. Shout out, Shaw, you're a handful, buddy. I bought Lightyear off eBay. I watched the movie twice. I respect Chris Evans, but he is not Buzz Lightyear compared to Tim Allen. No, definitely not.
No.
Rest in peace, cinema, says the Nut House. What's the most recent movie you recommend?
Most recent movie that I watched that I recommend?
Let me see.
Have we watched a movie recently?
Let me see. Let me see what I got for you guys.
I watched Belly last night.
You finished it?
And I finished it, and I quite enjoyed it.
That's not what I want.
I enjoyed the movie quite a bit.
Something that you could watch at home, I guess. I mean, I would recommend The Banshees.
Yeah.
The Banshees of Inisherin. I always forget how to say that. I don't know, though, if that movie's for everyone. I really liked it. Let's see. I don't know if they'd like that either. So, I don't know. That's all I got for you. You People on Netflix. I thought it was funny. Ken thought it was not that great, but I had fun with it. Hey, Ken, how's it going? Love your channel. The last time I went to an AMC theater, it was for Chapter 2. I guess John Wick Chapter 2?
Chapter 2.
Oh, for It Chapter 2. Okay. It was costly. Hoping to start going out in theaters again, says Alex. I got to see Sonic 2 in theaters, but at the less costly theater last summer with my kids. Nice. Bullet Train was good. We have not seen that one. Favorite Taylor Swift album? Ooh.
Go watch KB's live stream, Cal.
Yeah.
You reveal it on there.
No, I didn't. I talked about some favorite songs, though.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I'd probably say 1989, or I really liked Willow. And
we should watch Willow.
The one right now is good as well, but I don't know if it's my favorite. Babylon was the best film of 2022, and yes, a film that needed to be seen theatrically if there was one.
I do love Damien Chazelle. I do want to watch it.
I just don't think it looks good at all. It looks so busy that no, I just don't think it looks good. It looks like it's just all a bunch of showsy.
I'm excited to see
stuff. Oh. Okay, you ready to get out of here?
Yes.
Why are you saying it like that?
Well, I do have an engagement.
Okay.
Coming up soon.
You said yes. So crazy how the response to theaters are dying is let's raise the prices. Exactly. What the hell? That was watching Gummo and Billy. Let's see. I just bought the Paranormal Activity box set. I thought it was really cool, but I will say the first 2 movies scared the shit out of me.
They're scary.
Banshees is important for everyone for a lifetime. Last AMC I was in Terminator Salvation was playing. Well, we all know that if you loved a film I loved, Michelle, the world would end. Right? All right, guys, that's going to do it for our theater rant. We appreciate you being here. We're sorry if we were being, Debbie Downers, negative. But this is just our personal experience, you know. We just wanted to share in case anybody else out there is feeling the frustration like us.
Next week's live stream will be is Ken quitting YouTube.
Right,
Your
apparently.
thumbnail.
You're gonna have to check on that. Somebody started a rumor about you.
Probably.
Somebody probably made your username again, and they're like, "I'm quitting YouTube. Message me."
Message me to find out why.
Or like message me so
Message
we
me
can
on
keep in touch.
telecom. So if so next Monday we're not going to be doing a live stream next Monday because we're doing the trivia, right?
Yes.
Correct. So I would say next Tuesday we'll do a live stream to make up for that. Right? Does that sound good to you? You're giving me spaced out looks.
Yeah, I hadn't like really thought about it yet.
Okay.
So that's too far away, but we'll post about it.
We need to tell the people what's going on. Okay.
Well, I hadn't shared anything about Huck yet because he hasn't shared yet.
Oh, okay.
So Ken's spoiling things.
Sorry, I apologize. And it's an exclusive. Don't tell anybody that we told you.
But yeah. Nancy says all this mass shooting talk has got me real down, guys.
I'm sorry, Nancy. I am sorry. You know, we don't always, you know, gloss over the heavy topics. Sometimes we get into it, and we had to get into this whole theater thing today. But we appreciate everybody watching. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already.
Huck says share away.
Huck said share away. See, I knew Huck wouldn't care.
So we've already had some people leave, but yes, you heard it here first.
Why wouldn't he want us to start Buzz?
I don't know. On Monday, which is, I don't know. What day is that?
That is
the 13th.
The 13th.
On Monday, February the 13th, we will be going live on Huck's channel to do a
Huck's Pop Culture Cafe.
Yes, thank you. So if you're not subscribed, go check out Huck, but we'll be there on Monday night doing a couples trivia night. I think like in time for Valentine's Day. We're going to be on there with some great couples. We're super excited. We got Brian and Coco. We got Maria.
And Joe.
Thank you.
Martina.
We've got
Fans of Something.
Is that it?
And we have us.
And us. There we go.
As well. And Huck will be there, I'm pretty sure.
And Huck will be there, I think, hosting it. So
I think
anyway, it'll be fun. And hopefully we can win. Sorry, Brian and Coco, but hopefully we'll win. Hopefully we'll beat you. Maybe. But we probably won't.
there's a lot of knowledge there between Brian and Coco. They watch a lot of movies, and also
they watch a lot of like obscure movies, don't they?
Marie and Joe have watch a lot of movies too. So it'll be interesting for sure. You better brush up. I mean, I'm pretty good on my movie trivia. You might need to read a couple things. You know, do a couple practice runs.
Some easy ones.
But look, we appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below after the stream. That definitely helps out the stream as well. And
hopefully you still like us, even though
we're still going to go to the theater every now and then.
We still love you guys.
You know, maybe 5 times a year now. But appreciate y'all watching. See you next time.
Bye, guys.